Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. I'm UA, and right now we're in Union Square, Manhattan, about to eat at another celebrity restaurant. Now, on this channel in the past, we've eaten at Gordon Ramsay's restaurants, and he's a big celebrity chef, and we actually found that his restaurants were actually pretty good and lived up to the hype. However, here in Union Square, just steps away from here, Salt Bae actually opened a restaurant called Salt Bae Burger. Reviews are overall pretty mixed. It doesn't really have the best Google rating. However, while some people say that it was a disappointing experience, other people say that it's actually pretty decent. So, let's find out. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, we're at Salt Bae's restaurant, or is it called Salt Bae? I don't know. Actually, it looks like it is indeed called Salt Bae Burger. They actually put up another banner here just because the construction was covering the original sign. But yeah, I mean, this place is just filled with Salt Bae pictures of him sprinkling his iconic salt as well as wearing his iconic round sunglasses. So this is pretty much as celebrity of a restaurant as it gets. Now, even though Salt Bae is an internet celebrity and mostly known as a celebrity chef, he does indeed have professional cooking experience. So we're gonna keep an open mind and we're gonna give it a try. So let's go. All right, guys, we're inside the Salt Bae Burger restaurant, or is it called Salt Bae? They have the Salt Bae everywhere, so I'm kind of getting conflicting messages. Is it called Salt Bae Burger, or is it called Salt Bae? Anyways, all joking aside, it's actually a pretty nice looking restaurant on the inside. It's very, very clean. They actually have an open kitchen, so you can see everything that's going on. Anyways, let's take a look at the menu. Now, taking a look at the menu, it looks like a lot of the burgers are pretty similar. They all use 6-ounce Wagyu burgers, so they all kind of more or less just have some minor differences in ingredients. The main one that's different is the Gold Burger, which is a whopping $120. And actually, to be honest, looking at the ingredients, it's actually more or less the same as the other burgers, only it's just wrapped in gold and it's covered in melted cheddar cheese for $120. Forgive me if I don't order that because I've spent a lot of money on this channel so far, so I need to recoup my costs a little bit. And then also people tell me that I have to get the milkshakes here, and the milkshakes are all pretty expensive. They're all around $20 or $25. And to be honest, they all look really interesting, but I'm a little bit skeptical. I mean, it's still a milkshake end of the day, so it's hard for me to see a milkshake being worth $20 in the first place, so I guess we'll have to see. So let's do this. Let's do the Salt Bae Burger, the burger named after Salt Bae himself, and then let's go with a baklava milkshake, which I hear is pretty good. So the baklava shake just arrived, or baklava, sorry if I say that wrong. Let me show you guys, this is a pretty intense looking milkshake. Now, I did not expect that it was gonna be a huge baklava just shoved into the milkshake, just literally like impaled inside the whipped cream. It looks very, very beautiful, very, very fancy. In terms of an Instagrammable milkshake, I think this is one of the most Instagrammable things I've ever seen. All right, let's try a sip. Interesting. I mean, I will say that it looks very beautiful. The inside is a little bit watery for my taste, to be honest. It's watery and a little bit icicle. It almost kind of resembles more of like a icy or like a smoothie. You know, to each their own. Maybe some people will end up liking this. I feel like for a milkshake, I kind of want it to be a little bit more thick. Obviously, you don't want it to be so thick that it's giving you like a throat or like a jaw workout, like sucking it in through the straw. But I feel like this is a little bit too thin, if I can be honest. It kind of needs some more thick ice cream flavor. And to be honest, the flavor, it's not really blowing me away. It's a little bit bland. I feel like this could stand to be a little bit more sweet, but to each their own. Let me try a piece of this baklava, why don't I? I'm afraid I'm gonna make this whole thing collapse if I dislodge it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Jenga! Oh, look at that. MVP Jenga player right there. Look at that. All right, let's try this baklava. All right, let's take another bite. I've had a lot of baklava pieces. This one is not one of my favorites, if I can be honest. I feel like it kind of needs to be a little bit more crunchy. If you look at it, it looks crunchy. It looks like it's gonna be a delicious, crispy, flaky baklava. But to be honest, let me show you. The flakes, they don't really come apart. It's kind of stuck like glue. Oops. there goes the Jenga tower. And I don't know, I kind of prefer my baklava to be a little bit more crispy. I feel like this is very dense. And the sugar at the bottom as well. Just look at when I press it. Just look at how hard it is, kind of like glue. Baklava is like a super sweet, indulgent, amazing, too much of a good thing dessert. I feel like this lacks like the crispiness and the flakiness, as well as the delicious sweet and crumbly bottom. I mean, it undoubtedly looks like baklava, as you can tell, but I feel like that's kind of what it is. It's really just designed to look like it. It's not really designed to taste like it too much. I guess when you're making something like this baklava shake Jenga tower, you kind of need it to be more structurally sound so that it holds its place. So, I mean, I get it. I feel like this drink is more so designed to look pretty rather than taste good. And this definitely succeeded at that.
Can I interrupt you with the best burger in town?
Oh, thank you so much.
Salt Bae burger, Wagyu burger.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course, pleasure, sir.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much. All right, you heard it from them, the best burger in town. First, let's cast this baklava back into the fiery tower from whence it came. And yeah, let's take a look at this burger. Now, there's a theme here, just like the milkshake. Things here are just absolutely Instagrammable, very, very well presented and beautiful. They definitely look nice, but let's see if they taste nice. I really, really dig these cute Salt Bae flags on top. And yeah, just take a look at the burger. I gotta say, I've never seen a burger that had grill marks on the inside too, not just on the outside. I've never seen one that had grill marks on the inside of the patty. So there's a first for everything, I guess. And also, just look at these sesame seed buns. I've never seen so many sesame seeds on a bun before. And I'm Chinese. I've eaten all sorts of buns that had sesame in it or on it. And yet, even then, I've never seen such a sesame bun such as this. But hey, I mean, the burger looks pretty neat. It looks really, really cool. So we're just gonna have to try it. Let's remove this Salt Bae flag from Salt Bae Neil Armstrong claiming this for the USA. I gotta just say, guys, it's pretty small for 22 bucks. I mean, it did come with fries, so there's that, but it's quite small. If I put it together, just look at it compared to the size of my hand. It's not really the best portion size. So yeah, a little bit disappointed about that so far, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess he's a celebrity chef, so I guess you sort of have to expect some price gouging a little bit. Now, in terms of the ingredients, I'm a little excited. They said this is Wagyu beef, and these are deep fried crispy onions. There also supposedly is some homemade blue cheese in this, but I don't really see it, but I believe that it's in there. All right, let's give this a try. Hey, actually, that's not bad. Wow, guys, I gotta say, that's a pretty solid burger. I gotta be completely honest, I kind of came in here with tempered expectations. I mean, just look at the restaurant. It's called #Salt Bae, and the guy is such a viral sensation. You'd think that he's kind of just coasting off his name, and of course, to some extent, he is. I mean, we went to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Gordon Ramsay was, to some extent, doing the same thing. But I gotta say, this burger actually is not bad. Let me show you closer. It's actually quite juicy. Look, when I squeeze, you can kind of see some of that juice, but you know, with Wagyu beef, I'm always very hesitant about Wagyu burgers because Wagyu is just so fatty, so buttery and so fatty. I mean, I love Wagyu beef, but I actually think Wagyu in burgers can be overkill sometimes, but this is actually pretty well balanced. I mean, it's got that juiciness, but it also is a very compact, tightly held together burger. But when it comes to like forming a burger patty by making it too compact, sometimes you run the risk of it being too dry, too tough. Usually it's better to like loosely pack your burgers together, but of course then that makes the burgers more loose and more prone to falling apart. I actually think in this case, using Wagyu actually kind of works. I mean, they kind of pack the burger tightly together to give it more structural integrity. Look, just look, when I squeeze it, it's very, very tough. It's very, very tough, and usually that's a bad thing when it comes to burgers and steaks, but by using Wagyu beef, it actually kind of works because the burger itself is very juicy, and that extra fat and juiciness makes it more soft. So yeah, I mean, very interesting. Also, earlier I was making fun of all the sesame seeds on the bun. I called it the most sesame bun I've ever had. Even more sesame buns than Asian buns. But guys, it actually kind of works. I mean, the sesame seeds, they kind of provide like a crunch, some fresh sesame flavor. It really pairs really well with the fatty Wagyu beef. I mean, this whole time I thought it was just like an Instagrammable thing, and maybe that really is what it is at the end of the day. But I guess in this case, it serves two purposes. It looks cool on Instagram, and on top of that, Those toasted sesames kind of add like a nutty flavor that kind of help to offset the Wagyu beef. And who knows, I mean, Wagyu beef is ultimately what? Asian food, Japanese beef, right? Maybe the sesame seeds just naturally go well with Japanese beef? I don't know. Honestly, pretty good. I think a legitimate complaint is the portion size. I mean, for a $22 burger, come on. You gotta do better than that. This might even be smaller than like a supermarket patty or a supermarket bun. But I gotta admit, the taste is actually pretty good. Let's try the fries. All right, let's try these fries. Guys, I gotta be real with you. The fries are actually pretty good. Let me show you up close. If you look, you'll see they're actually really well seasoned. I'm not really sure what this seasoning is, but it really works. I mean, the rest of the fry is not really that impressive, I would say. I mean, I guess it has a nice soft potato-y center, but overall, the fries themselves are just normal fries. But this spice blend they're using for the seasoning, hey, they really elevate these fries. Really good. Let's see how they pair with ketchup. Okay, once you add ketchup, it kind of masks the spice on top of it. So if you like ketchup, go for it. But I kind of like eating them on their own because the ketchup kind of covers up the spice blend. This spice blend is what really makes these ordinary fries and takes them up to the next level. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna wrap up this video now. I think we've eaten enough where we can really come up with a verdict for this restaurant. And I gotta say, I came in here with pretty low expectations. I saw the Google reviews, and in my opinion, anything less than 4 is not great. So I had low expectations there. And on top of that, the restaurant was just called #Saltbae, and it was covered with pictures of Salt Bae himself. So, you know, it really screamed tourist trap all over it to me. But I gotta say that I think I was wrong here. I misjudged the place. I judged the book by its cover. The food overall, pretty good. The staff here are unbelievably nice. Everyone has been really professional, really helpful. Now, of course, are there legitimate complaints? Of course. The milkshake, I gotta say, was just flat out not good. But for the food itself, for the fries and the burger, I gotta say, guys, the burger is excellent. That Wagyu-based beef blend that they're using for the patty, it really works. The onions were crispy and well fried and not too overpowering, and the fries were good. They were just ordinary fries, but that seasoning they put on it, whatever the seasoning was, it really works. Now for the downside, I mean, the restaurant, was it overpriced? Yes, it absolutely was. The milkshake was 20 bucks, and that was just kind of outrageous. And the burger, while good, was quite small. I feel like for 20 bucks, you really want like a bigger pub burger. And honestly, I know it's Wagyu beef, but just because of how small it is, it should have been like maybe 15 bucks at most. But I gotta say, the food tasted good. And yeah, just based on the taste of the food itself, I won't say that this is a tourist trap. I'll say that it's definitely a tourist destination. It's absolutely a restaurant that caters to tourists, caters to Salt Bae fans. And yeah, it price gouges a little bit, but I gotta say, the food was good. Tourist destination, but not a tourist trap. If you're a Salt Bae fan, maybe give it a try. Just try to restrain yourself to some of the more moderately priced items on the menu. Try not to go for any of the $100 and up burgers and shakes, because I feel like those are just basically going for your wallet. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time coming with me on this journey to Salt Bae's burger restaurant in Union Square, New York, to see if it lives up to the hype. If you like my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. If you've eaten at Salt Bae's burger restaurant here in New York, or any of his other restaurants, such as his steakhouse, or any of his restaurants around the world, let me know in the comments, because great minds eat alike. I'm gonna finish the second half of my Salt Bae burger. Until next time, I'll see you later.
Salt Bae.